Let me talk about the visa ban with the U.S. You know, I'm sure this September they complete the 90 days or so. The time where for elapse, where the ban for elapse. Which status we they presently? The U.S. we're talking about accepting people them where then think say them for send back home. How many people will they accept?
I tell you what, people come on a daily basis, and we are working fairly with the United States. I have always, I've always said, somebody who gets enter the United States with a Sierra Leonean document, if that person is illegal and the United States feels that person for come, it's a responsibility of my mission in Washington for help the United States Department. We're responsible for that, for ensure.
Do you verify if they are Sierra Leoneans?
We do. We have a committee that is constituted by a representative from immigration, by a representative from foreign affairs, by a representative from NCRA. They do the vetting, and when they do the vetting, if they prove say that person traveled to the United States with a Sierra Leonean document, where means in a Sierra Leonean, would they facilitate the repatriation of that person?
How many people are we talking about?
I don't have the statistics, but since
well, you say something on the cam, how much?
I don't have the. I don't want to quote an untrue figure, but we have been cooperating with the United States, and these matters have been resolved. You spoke about 90 days. Nobody said by 90 days they were going to lift.
They're going to review.
Yes, every 90 days, the State Department in the U.S. they review, right? And we've been working with the U.S. ambassador to Sierra Leone for find ways for improve on some of the requirements that are needed with the other relevant agencies and ministries, Ministry of Internal Affairs and all of that. Some places and some things and they want to digitize. We need for digitize them. We've been doing our best. Speaking to the U.S. ambassador and to my other colleagues that are affected by this visa suspension, my colleague in Ghana, in Togo, and my colleague in Equatorial Guinea, we are in the same situation. A lot of people were shocked at this, and we're all taking remedial measures for improve on we visa process with the United States. But also, like in the case of Sierra Leone and these other countries, it was stated, say the overstaying of we citizens them. And the visas here referred to, student visa and tourist visa, these are not visas that are facilitated by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. These are not applications covered by our diplomatic note. These are ordinary citizens applying to study in America. These are ordinary citizens applying on their own accord to the United States Embassy in Freetown. Now then they go and then they overstay and do all of these things. The report did not say people who go with service passport or diplomatic passport that have been serviced by the Minister of Foreign Affairs are overstaying in the United States. So it is our collective responsibility to educate the public and plead with our compatriots where they get them privileges as where they go, they should not misuse these privileges. And we also call on citizens that way don't overstay for made and give consideration.
Let them come willingly.
Well, if you went willingly, let them come willingly. So what do you want to say? So you want to create a defense?
No, I'm just asking you. You are the minister. I'm not talking for them. I'm just asking.
By you asking me, may them come willingly?
Yeah.
Absolutely. If you are there illegally, the best thing to do is to come
voluntarily.
Absolutely.
Let them show up and come.
Absolutely.
Will the ministry provide any support for them, any incentive?
In the first place, it is our responsibility to take care of our citizens. But this category of visa, when people they go, like I said, it is not to the knowledge of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, nor to the facilitation of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. We have to be responsible citizens. I would rather, if I was in a similar situation, circumstances are different, but the right thing I will do is to save the name and image of my country and create the opportunity for those who are deserving of studying in the United States, for get them visa and those who have business opportunities for bring benefits to this country, that they also will have that opportunity to do so if my action of coming back home for make sure that the rate of overstay is reduced, I will do so.
So what stage are we presently with the engagement with the U.S. mission? Is there hope that the suspension will be lifted?
It's eventually going to be lifted because we are taking actions that are necessary for improve with immigration image. And like I said, that which has happened through the ordinary means with the plead for let people will be reasonable enough for the image of our country and for not making the entire population of people who want to do business in the US, who want to visit as tourists, or people who want to go study, genuinely come back so that they're not going to be affected by this overstay.
Is this in any way affecting governments as well? People in a government we need visa for travel?
My ministry processes for diplomatic and service passport, official passport. Any such application where it come for a relevant program like the United States of America Embassy in Freetown to watch the merit of that and the issue visa.
Let me talk about visa generally. You know, with going to Europe, Sierra Leoneans still struggle. Get for travel, go Guinea, Ghana, or Nigeria. Forget visa. We get embassy in Brussels. We get in Germany. We just don't the ambassador in France also presenting credential and all of that, and we're still struggling for this. What is the ministry as a foreign minister? What are you doing for address that problem there?
Every country gets in foreign policy priorities. I have been engaging, and it's very strenuous for Sierra Leoneans for travel, go to other countries, for go get visa, for go Europe, for example. Equally so, in some other sub-regions like Liberia and Guinea, they apply for British visa in Sierra Leone. Yeah, and it's the priority where Britain give to Sierra Leone for in visa, Sierra Leoneans can apply from Freetown, whereas people in Liberia and some people in Guinea can obtain them visa for go London. Equally so, many countries out of their own priorities, for example, they get one consular station in the region. For example, Ghana and Cote d'Ivoire and Guinea, that is some of the areas in this where they apply for EU visas. I have spoken extensively to the EU countries, but most of them, they say it is not their priority for the time being, but then they do consideration. One European country there, Germany, for example, for official passport for people obtaining visa for go Germany, then they obtain the visa, where they apply through the embassy of Germany here in Freetown. And then they do the processing and issue out the visa. Then they send them to Ghana and then facilitate. Hungary, for example, as well, for official visas, they can send people there now for do the process. France can also send people there now for do the process, not only for officials, but for also the public.
Yeah, you process here and they send go
and
Guinea.
They send go Guinea and come. So it's a work in progress. But like I said, that's
what's the challenge? Is it what's the challenge?
No, it has nothing to do with the health of our bilateral relations with these countries. It has not. It's a priority. Yeah, it's the priority, and the, like you said, sometimes value for money in their consideration. When I engaged the German ambassador that is gone now, he say that there's a procurement going on in the German foreign ministry in Germany for ensure say they procure the services where go provide the opportunity for issues Schengen visa, not the embassy here in Freetown. But as you know, procurement can take some long time, he told me, and I hope say by the time that procurement is done, maybe the German embassy in Freetown would issue visa in full blown.